When
they were back on May.
I'm just so glad that you got so many new people to come and audition.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount War.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of Mount Bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of my bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of my bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Come see Desperate Measures. We run from May 30th to June 15th. Maybe I become a nun. Maybe you could be a patron of my bar.
Come see if Johnny Blood hangs.
And a fine time will be had by all.
I dare you.
Can you give me a sound check?
Pardon me, that was not the sound check I intended. It's allergy season, what can I tell you? I can speak words, does that help?
Say it again.
I said, I can speak words, does that help?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're good? Okay.
We're good.
It's 8 o'clock. What do you say we start? And the crowd goes wild. Okay. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to those who are joining us via live stream. It would be lovely to know if you could put your name in the chat or however you do that to let us know who's there. Always nice to know the folks at home.
So far, we have Ellen, Laura, and Pat Phillips.
Okay. Well, hi, Ellen, Laura, and Patricia. Nice to see you, except you're seeing us, we're not seeing you. But we know what you look like. It's okay. All right. So, minutes of the April meeting last month should have been sent to you. Are there any additions or corrections?
Again?
I don't think it's been sent. It wasn't sent. So it has to be
Okay.
coordinated better.
Yes, he doesn't know how to do,
Okay.
he doesn't know how to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here she is. I just texted you, and here you are. Okay. All right. Well, we're just therefore going to assume that the minutes are fabulous, and we'll make sure that in the future they get sent. I guess the answer is he should give them to you
I
to
guess,
send
and
because
somehow it gets piggybacked along with a bunch
right,
of other stuff.
something like
goes
that.
out.
Okay. All right. So that was easy. Robert, can we have a treasurer's report and all of the good stuff that's on here, and pick this up if you would, and speak with that? Thank you.
Okay, treasurer's report. We have $31,228 in the operating account. We have $20,500, which is a constant. We leave it at that. For the capital account, that's our reserve. And we have $51,728 total in the bank. This time last year we had $58,000, so a little bit of a thing, dippy. Our main expense this past month was the rights for Jesus Christ Superstar, which were $3,582 for the rights for Jesus Christ Superstar. And we had a very generous donation of $1,000 from Claudia McDermott. Thank you, Claudia. And let's see. So Normal Heart ticket sales of $6,718. Expenses at $36.76. So it showed a profit of $3,210, which was nice. It was looking a little scary for a while, so that is a really nice surprise. Right now, ticket sales for Desperate Measures are $1,075. We need approximately $12,000 to break even. So we have a little row to hoe there. So that's, is that everything on my little agenda here?
That was all that I thought of, but I don't know if there's anything else you...
Nothing, that's it. Nope, that's it.
All right. We move on?
Sure, that's it.
Okay, all right.
That's a wrap.
Current season updates, we got 2 more shows happening. Is there anything, Jody, that you want to say about any of that?
About the shows going on now, or?
Yeah, the current season and then the new season.
What?
Okay, well, the current season, Desperate Measures, they are working hard. So come see that. That's going to be an amazing show. Ticket sales are up on the website, so buy your tickets. And then after that, Marshall's Playwrights has been cast. So they're going to start their rehearsal process soon, and that's going to be a great show too. And we'll end the season there.
Okay.
And that's for that season.
All right. Any questions about the remainder of the season? Any questions about either of those shows? Anything you need to know? They're all very smart. They know it all.
I know.
Not a problem.
Anything, Carol, about Desperate that we need to know, or we're good?
We are, well, we're doing well. The set, as you can see, is,
Do we need her on mic?
Talk loud and send it.
we are doing well. Costumes are coming on great. You can see the set is going up. We are having another work day this Saturday. Please come down and help out. A lot of it is decor. I don't know if Steve has any building. I haven't talked to him yet. He's been in Turkey. Please come down and help out. We're doing well. There's a lot of stuff that still needs to get done, and we could really use help. Tell your friends, tell people about it. We're getting publicity out. We have talkbacks. June 8th, we have the writer of the show and the lyricist coming down to do a talkback. And on June 14th, we have the composer coming down to do a talkback. So, make sure people know about that, because we'd really like to pack the houses, especially on those days, so that, because they're here. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Can I ask a question about that? That's so wonderful that these talkbacks are happening. Does anyone have the pipeline to like BroadwayWorld.com or Theater World? Is that word getting out of
It's been on
Yep.
everything, Peter.
I'm just asking, is there a targeted send to those more New York-based theater websites to kind of help the push? Because that could be,
Broadway World, New Jersey,
okay,
and it's been on the stage,
okay.
Theater Chat. Actually, it's been on more than once in Broadway World, because I didn't know that every time you put like a picture, I thought they'd just put several pictures of one article. Every time you put a picture, it creates another article. So it's been about 5 listings of Broadway World.
I've been posting it all over Facebook.
Carol posts it, it's out there. And every show is like the same thing that, has been posted here and there, and it has been. But, I think it's a sign of the times also, with things going on. We've been posting it. It's been on there. And
Just because these talkbacks are these are Broadway theater, just to make sure that you're targeting, getting that word out about those
It
talkbacks.
got Theater Chat covers everybody. They put the whole article on the stage, put the whole article. It's been on, and Carol's been publicizing. It's always a wonderful thing when directors also publicize their show. I think more directors should do that. More directors should be publicizing.
Well, I only know how to do Facebook, so I'm happy to
It's
spread
okay.
it.
Yeah, but you've been putting it on the New Jersey theater sites and everything.
Yes, all the Facebook, New
Yeah.
Jersey theater sites, I've been posting there constantly.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
been
don't
on.
know how to do the other thing.
It's been on.
It's
Well,
going,
Linda's been doing all that, so it's been on there.
it's out, e-blasts are going out regularly, there's another e-blast going out Sunday night, with all of the,
And we're getting new pictures.
you're getting new
Mark is putting
pictures will be
together a
going
video.
up, everything
One
is,
person
it's
at a
out there, I
It's
mean.
out there.
I have a question for Jonathan. You backstage.
Yes.
You put the ad in backstage for the auditions for marshals, and it got a good response.
Not really.
Okay.
We had there were 2 people who eventually said that they would send video because they couldn't make it. There was 26 people in total reached out about it, but it just didn't seem to generate the kind of feedback that I was looking for.
Is there, I mean, I used to know it a million years ago, I haven't seen backstage in 100 years, but would that be a worthwhile venue for us to advertise what we're doing?
Like
For
in general,
shows, like putting Desperate Measures
I
up?
would say, I'd say it doesn't hurt. It just, in this case, it didn't benefit our show as much as I would have liked it to. But I would, any avenue that you can let people know that something's happening is a good thing. And it only costs.
Yeah, that was my, do you have an idea?
So I had to re-up mine. So I re-upped for a month and it was like $25.
Yeah, because like for a year, it's very expensive.
For a year, it's like $150, $200.
$250 for the year? That's like nothing.
No, but they keep upping it. I mean, their increments go from year to year to year.
So it used to be like 150 or
Yeah.
when I first got on it, it was like 120, and then
Yeah.
it went up to 150, and now it's like 200.
Yeah,
But
they are.
everything has gone up.
Sure.
But still, $200 for a
And there's no way
year's
to do it
worth
in the
of
suburban
But that's
connection?
now. They
So-
charge it like $50 each year.
All right.
I'll check it out, I'll look into it then and see if it's something
Yeah,
that's
I would-
worthwhile.
I think if nothing else, it brings some eyes from the New York area.
Right.
Might be- because I did a couple of things that were in the city, it's just they determined it wasn't to make the travel.
Right.
Right.
That's the message.
Yeah.
That's the issue, people don't want.
Right.
But for
Understand.
like someone like Jesus Christ Superstar, which is a big name show, like a lot more people might be willing to make that jump.
All right,
Whereas
I'll
for,
look into it.
You know, a new works thing, but some people might not have that same.
Well, I can also tell you from my days of selling advertising that you have to keep the message out there.
Yeah.
So you can't put something once and say, oh, but it didn't draw anything. It's the consistency of having your name out there with information that over time will create some more activity. But you've got to be willing to be out there all the time.
Can we boost the Facebook? I remember Ralph used to boost it.
It gets boosted. Mark, I don't know if it's been done yet, but Mark boosts it.
I'll boost the promo, let's say.
Yeah, well, Mark, I don't boost, because I always check to see if you
Yeah.
boost anything, and you usually boost the videos that you do.
It's always boosted. Every show gets
Yeah,
boosted.
we boost it.
Great.
All right, anything further about this current season?
I just want to let you know, I Googled the Broadway World Desperate Measures, Leonia, and it does say that the talkbacks are there, but it's like a big blurb of paragraph and like a tiny little thing in parentheses. So, you know, I don't know if there, another one could be circulated where you can put the focus on like this is what it is and the talkbacks are happening those days, because it's very lost in the.
Less is more.
The one
Less
that
is
I
more.
have on the website is short and condensed.
Yeah, but
It's-
I feel like BCP, like Larry, had like a huge article, they get huge articles. How do
Yeah,
they?
Steve Bell got his interview.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
had
in
that,
Suburban, there was an enormous article in the Suburbanite,
we get that discussion a lot.
and we don't know how to do that.
We're learning. Lois is learning, but Lois has been picking Joan
Vernon is going to help me.
Vernon's brain, but we're learning.
Yeah, there's some kind of.
We lost that with Joan when she left.
I just Googled like BCP talkback and it came up with an article, and that's the focus of the article. BCP to host special post-show talkback with Tony nominated actress Betty Fowler. So I
Oh,
think
screw
maybe
that.
doing another one with like putting the focus on like not so much of what the show is about and what those people have
Yeah,
won. You
just
know?
the talkback.
Yeah, to be like,
Yeah,
hey,
just
it's
the one message, the
Yeah.
one message. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I find like if you say too much about the show and then the talkbacks at the end, I would say people start reading and then they stop reading.
That's right.
You brought that up at the last meeting about, is there too much stuff in the emails and the e-blasts and stuff? And I did a whole analysis, so I said, well, that's a good question. And I didn't have the answer and I didn't want to presume anything, so I went back to we start with MailChimp in 2018 and I did a whole look through up till current of where we are and how the e-blasts get opened and what gets clicked and all that. And I won't go all into it now because it's kind of a bit of a discussion, but no, as much people look at much at the bottom as they do at the top. Obviously, you want to promote what you want to promote right away, but even the ones that are promoted right at the top, they don't get clicked, they don't get opened, and I'm like, what? But something below, far below, will get clicked and opened.
Does the MailChimp say how long they spend on each part of the article, or does it just say it got passed?
It tells you what's opened and who doesn't open it. We were used to averaging a bunch in the beginning, about 25% opens. We did break over 50%. We're now consistently at about 45%. The next number they give you is clicks. Who actually clicked on what was in the email? And it used to be about 1% clicks. We're now at about 2.5% clicks. So that means that 2.5 of everybody clicked on something. So they're not clicking. The best click we had, which is was the 4%, which was Chris Heideko's director's promo for Death Trap. That was 4%. The rest of Chris's, which we thought were so beautiful and wonderful, were at 2.5%. So we're at 2.5%, pretty much consistent clicks through. Maybe, when we discussed this in the board meeting, and I don't want to. Right, we always discuss I'm not a professional, I'm not a graphic artist, I'm not any of those things, I'm just bumbling along trying to do the best I can with that. Maybe a professional look I'm open to it, would be something.
Sorry, Laura in the chat said, have you a B-tested reference lines? I'm not sure what that means.
I'm sorry, did you say it again?
Have you a B-tested reference lines?
I have not. I know that they're promoting that, and different. It takes hours to put together one e-blast to create two, so I can test them against each other. Maybe if you were. Takes a long time to put together the e-blasts, and so I haven't been. No, the simple answer is I have not been A/B-ing.
If we do maybe 100 members versus one MailChimp, I bet we get a big response.
Well,
No. Yeah.
well, what you?
Did I don't get it, sorry. Yeah.
It's a big challenge. It's a big 100 men against one group.
Oh, he's gonna do, that's what he brings.
So since we're theater men, I said, let's go down to the channel. 100 men versus.
All right, moving along.
So Carol, I did do a pretty deep study of your thing, and yeah, yeah.
That was good, Mark.
We're doing the best we can.
Also, the Usher thing is up, so.
Yes.
Everybody at home, please sign up to Usher and tickets and whatever. Sign up.
I volunteered that I would run the opening night reception. So all of you who brought wine tonight, oh, you didn't, okay. Could you please bring wine, drop it, how many times this week are you rehearsing?
How many times what?
How many times you guys are here Saturday. When else are you rehearsing next week so people could come and drop off wine?
Through Thursday, and then we're back Monday night.
Sunday through Thursday, and then you're back the night of Memorial Day, yeah? Okay, so if you can make yourself in the neighborhood in any of those days and drop a bottle of wine off, that would be much appreciated, all right? Okay. Can we, what?
Whiskey.
Or whiskey. Okay, if you have any moonshine, bring that in a jug. It'll be great. Okay, now there's an idea, Carol. We'll put it in a jug. All right, Jody, you want to talk about next season, please?
Okay, so we have a new season. I'm sure most of you already know about it because we started promoting it. We're not going too crazy because we want to make sure that this season gets done. So just in case people aren't aware, we're starting the season with a show called Red Speedo, which is going to be directed by Chris Heideco. It is written by Lucas Nath. That is going to be September 12th through 28th. Should I give a little? It's a drama, very fast-paced, about what would you do to have all of your dreams come true, and what price would you pay for it, and who are you gonna hurt to get there? What are you gonna do to get there? Very interesting, deals with a lot of, dynamics and a lot of different relationships. So it's a really interesting show. So that's gonna be a good one.
And he said wickedly funny.
It is. There's some very funny parts in it, but there's also darkness. A lot of darkness in there.
Dark comedy, okay.
The next show, we are actually going to be doing an original called Where the Time Goes, which is going to be directed by Michael Bias and Victoria Casella. That's going to be 2 weekends, November 14th through the 22nd. It's a jukebox musical about a couple and their lives through the 60s, through music and everything that they go through with Woodstock and everything. Really great with the music. Really great show also. Then we are going to go very old and we're going to do Blythe Spirit, which is going to be directed by Glenn Wirtz. That is by Noel Coward, and that is going to be starting the new year, January 23rd to February 8th. About a gentleman who is haunted by his ex-wife, and then his new wife, who also happens to pass, haunts together. So he gets haunted by by their spirits. Good comedy, old, but it's got a lot to it. It's going to be really a great show. Then we've got another crazy one called The Psychic, which is going to be directed by Terry Cost. That is by Sam Bobrick. That's going to be March 13th to 29th. Down and out writer who can't pay his rent, so puts an ad out on his door saying psychic reading, and some people start coming in, and voila, we've got a murder mystery, guys.
Okay.
What happens, and can they figure out who done it? So that's going to be an interesting one. And then we are going to finish the year with a bang and doing Jesus Christ Superstar. We all, not much to say, because if you don't know it, then you're probably living under a rock. And that's going to be done by Ellen Essig. She's really excited. This has been something she's been wanting to do for a while. And I think that's going to really help. And yeah, it costs a lot, but I think we're going to be able to reap back what we sow. So really excited about that. And then as always, we're going to end the season with the Marshall Playwrights, as we always do. So little different, but I think it's going to be a really great show. You know, a lot of good names, I think all of the directors are really strong. They bring a lot of people with them. And I'm just hoping that everyone can come out, help support, come see it, come help. Learn lighting, learn the sound, learn stage managing. Just get involved any way you can. We'll teach you anything you want, costumes, props, something. So we could all keep this theater going. Because if we don't have each other to keep it going, it's not going to be here. So I think it's going to be a great season.
Okay. We did not discuss this at the board the other night, but I realized as I was putting this together, we have done this in the past. For the last 2 shows of the season, we either put it in the program or we have a separate little flyer to stick in the program or give out somehow to promote next season. We should do that. Yeah, are you doing an actual printed program or are you just doing a QR?
We're doing a printed program, an abbreviated printed program, and then the code.
It's all over the program.
It's already there? It's already there?
The 4-page program, the 4-page paper is all over, and then it's all over the QR code.
When you say all over, what do you mean? I'm sorry.
It's on the paper. It's on the
Is the season
program.
printed in the program next season?
Sorry, what are we talking about?
Yes.
Next season.
Next season.
Is it printed in your program?
Well,
Yes.
Robert's doing the program, so if Robert's...
Yes.
Notice I didn't know that Robert was doing the program.
Yes.
How would I know that if you don't say
Yes.
so? Okay.
And it's all in
Robert, be quiet. Claudia, is it going to be on the program?
and it's all in the QR. It's everywhere.
Because my assumption is that you knew because you're the director. I didn't know he was doing it. Okay. All right. Every family has these little misunderstandings. Okay. All right, good. Then that's off the list. And we move on. Building, well, we're going to get the roof inspected. Dan had been in touch with someone who was going to do that. Various things happened. We have not seen him. So we're going to find a couple of roofers to come and take a look and see what do we have to do to stop the leak. Do we need a new roof? What do we need to do? All right. We really are going to get the door estimates. We're also creating a list of what are some of the things inside and outside the building that need doing so that we can prioritize and figure out how to fund the things that are most important. It's pretty clear if you're anywhere on the outside of the building, there's a lot of peeling paint. There's stuff that needs loving attention. All right, and then obviously before the season opens in September, we will have our cleaning people come in and do a very thorough cleaning of the premises. We should do that at the start of each season and mid-season, which is what we did recently. We had a mid-season one. All right. Pardon me. Fundraising. Rachel, do you want to talk about that since you are doing it and you and I were just talking about it? Do you want to speak about what's going on?
Yeah, just a brief update. Mark, I don't remember the name. Cultural Heritage. So Mark let us know about an opportunity that to apply for a grant up to $40,000. So Claudia and I and Stacy are working on it. We have to get certified first, and Terry, as a cultural asset of some kind with this company, and then they're offering free grant workshops and office hours to help fill out the grant application. So I've signed up for all of those sessions, and it's due by June 11th, I think. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. I'll keep everyone updated on where we are and, you know, as we move along, but it's going to be a fast turnaround.
Yeah, so we'll be, and I'm willing to work with you on anything that needs doing next week. Okay. Sorry, guys. It is allergy season. Okay. We're also going to have to talk, the grants team, I think, should also talk about what are some other ideas that we might have and be able to implement for securing donations. How do we get more financial support? Have a few ideas about that. I actually met with someone some weeks back who's a financial person who has helped another theater organization in the past. So we're going to get some ideas together and figure out what we can do to get some money. Applause. We're going to start actually by passing the hat now, so please take out your $100 bills and put them in. All right? Okay.
There are no free lunches. That's it.
There is, however, free food in the back, but, you know. Okay. Summertime. Have you been in the last couple of summers where we did a barbecue and a movie night? It was fun. It was absolutely fun. So we're going to do it again. We have picked a date for Saturday, July 12th. And Mark, you and I discussed possible movie selections. Do you want to say what you were thinking of? And we can certainly take suggestions from the crowd.
Well, yes, I don't want to select the movie, but my two suggestions, and I think we should get other ones, are 42nd Street, classic, or Singing in the Rain.
Write this down.
Okay. I like musicals, but there it is.
I'm not familiar.
Speaking of there it is, Amadeus is a great movie too. There it is.
Anything without dancing?
Any ideas for a movie?
What about like Encanto?
Yeah, something.
Encanto?
That's a great show. That's a great movie. What was it? Encanto. Oh, it's a great.
Wonderful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and great for, you know, if people want to bring their families. It's great.
Yeah.
Kids and stuff. And
It's
the
musical. Yeah, it's a
certainly
Disney show.
a lot of songs sing along. You know, Bruno. Everyone knows the Bruno song.
Yeah.
Very colorful.
Very colorful. Yeah.
Do a fiesta theming on food and movie phase or something.
Their Colombian catering, we can
Okay. Other suggestions?
In the chat, we got Singing in the Rain, and that was echoed, and The Uninvited, 1941.
Oh, that's a whole horror. It's a scary horror.
No.
The other?
No,
Oh, no,
we
let's
have
not.
kids here,
Don't scare me. I don't undo scare stuff.
No special effects.
I'm sorry whoever suggested The Uninvited, but let's not be scary.
Yeah, any sort of like fun family outing.
Because you're gonna get more people with those kinds of.
Especially like the barbecue.
And then you like.
But we don't get people with kids.
But is
Wicked is a good choice.
this for us, or is this, are we inviting the community?
No, we are inviting, we've already put the feelers out and they both said they were interested, the members of Roundtable Theater and Old Library Theater. How many people will come, we don't know, we'll find out. But we have put the idea out there about, hey, you know, in the same way that a year ago we did that theatrical tapestry together in Fort Lee at the Film Center, that we should do something to try to keep that going. That there's benefits if we can be connected and look to help each other. So there was a positive response to that, and we'll see who wants to come.
Are we charging non-members?
You want to talk about?
We're come up with a couple of different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sort of trying to figure it out. We don't have an answer yet. We're trying to, whether we ask for a little $5 or whether each theater gives us $100 or something.
No, but let me just, for my clarity, is it just the theater groups that will be attending this, or is this something that we're opening it to the community at large?
Well, the last couple of years it's been us. That did not come up about the idea of inviting the community. I don't. What
The problem
what do you
with,
think?
I mean, if we invited the community, then it takes on a whole different characteristic. I mean, because then you have, right now we're preparing for 40 people.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to prepare for 200 or 100, And I don't even know that we have the resources to handle that
Yeah,
amount
we
of people.
might not.
So it's been members. It's been members and family and, you know, that kind of thing.
I mean, it would be wonderful if we could open something up to the
Yeah.
to the community, like we've talked about that, like in the past, like even doing like a haunted Halloween theme and having them come in and all of us dressing up and, you know, candy, just to bring the community in so that they could start seeing what we have here, and maybe that could be tied with the fundraising that we want to get done. So, and if I go back to, sorry, with the season, if you look at all the dates for the shows, we have space for small things to get done. If someone wanted to do a children's theater workshop one weekend, we have the time because we're not so on top of each other with the shows. Excuse me?
You'd have to rehearse elsewhere because the shows are pretty tough.
No, the way the shows are, there is space where one Saturday could be used. You don't need rehearsal space for a children's, for a little thing. It's not going to overlap. We have the ability to have these little things so that it's not going to impact anyone's main stage production anymore.
We did 7 shows the last 2 years. We found that really is tough on us on our whole infrastructure. We're doing 6. So that opens up.
And one of them's only 2 weekends, and one of them is the Marshalls.
Yeah.
So it's not like, so we have, that's what I'm saying, we have the time period to do. So if people are thinking, you know what, I would love to do this one weekend, go for it. I think it would, and if it's gonna bring in something, I think it would be an amazing thing. So we're trying that, so if people wanna start, having some ideas.
Like a black box cabaret where you wouldn't need a set, where you wouldn't.
Which we have done
Yes,
in the past,
yes.
yes,
Right?
yeah.
And then people could get the tickets, and you would basically, if you come in your black dress, you come and you sing your song.
Correct.
You come and that's just free.
Absolutely. So if people have an
Correct.
idea and you're like, listen, I have A, B, C, and D, and I have this, and we have this, and I think, and can we do it this weekend? Sure, let's try and promote it and let's get it done. And it's not gonna cost us a lot of money, but it's gonna bring in revenue.
Yes, and exposure and.
Correct, and that's why we have the season sketched the way it is, so that we have that
Jody?
idea. Yes.
Since the Marshalls bring in so much money with no cost, how about if we do Marshalls twice a year?
It's a lot of work. You
The
can't.
work for Marshall starts in November.
Okay.
Just to get all the shows.
There's no,
You read almost 75 to 80 shows to get 5 good shows. So to do it more than once a year.
but Carol, you did, wasn't that you and John with the cabaret a bunch of years ago?
The coffee house.
The coffee house.
Spring Theater, on the edge, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Theater on the Edges, we've done that, those are.
Yeah, but Theater on the Edge.
Theater on the Edge, but you
One at a
need,
time,
you have to pay for the rights for those.
Okay.
Yeah, but it brings in a lot of money.
It brings in
That's
money,
true
but
too,
it's-
it does.
We don't spend
But
it.
they're talking about
Correct.
things that don't need rehearsal time, Theater on the Edge.
Yeah.
needs
But Theater on the Edge
rehearsal
also,
time.
because they're small little things, you can rehearse in people's homes and then bring it here, and sometimes they don't,
Theater on the Edge needs to be scheduled into this.
Yeah, the more self-contained a show can be, that they pretty much just come in on a Thursday and do it on a Saturday or something to that effect is ideal.
That's what I'm thinking, if someone wanted to do something for children's theater, we can run upstairs, try find some cute costumes and act something out for them, and have the kids all sitting around. If we could figure something out, it'd be great. Just, we need people who want to take charge of that, so.
Okay. I think we can go on, yeah, okay. If we're going to do the barbecue, we do need the grill repaired. Evidently, only half of the grill was working last year, and so we're gonna have to solve that problem. Or start a
Buy a new
bonfire in the middle of the porch, I don't know. Okay, so we'll figure that part out. And then Lois is planning to put together, Lois, do you want to talk about your planned Korean puppet workshop?
Well, I
Where's the
had
little
to-
thingy,
oh,
the
this?
little talker thingy? Yeah,
Where do-
just hold it.
Just talk
Just hold it.
here?
Yeah, just
Like
hold it.
that. Okay. I hope to get it started. I've been busy with Marshall's Playwright Showcase right now, but at the end of that, I'm going to devote probably most of my summer to finding Korean contacts, hopefully reaching out to people in the Korean community so we can bring them in to do a show with us. And what I have planned is a Korean puppet show. Korean puppetry, I know this because I'm a puppeteer. Korean puppetry was pretty much destroyed by wars and so forth and so on. And so the Korean community would appreciate very much, I think, if I research and I bring back those old legends and do the puppetry the way the old puppets used to look, which are not terribly complex. And I even wonder if maybe I can have a workshop with the children so that, for example, there's a sea snake that's the star of the show, and the sea snake could be just very long, and we could have kids making phantasmagorical scales to put on the sea snake. And they would know that part of that snake was made by them. You know, it's just, I'll cut out a number of scales, they can decorate them, they can put sprinkles and sparkles on them and all that sort of thing. And basically I plan to have it a musical, which means that traditional Korean puppetry is accompanied by Korean drums. So it's about 3 drummers. I don't know if I can find really authentic Korean drummers or not, but I'm going to spend my summer looking for all of this. So I think it will be an exciting thing to have the Korean community hopefully come in. And I've seen enormous creativity in the Korean community at the Halloween parade that they have up there in Leonia. The parents come with their kids and they've made costumes for their kids. They haven't gone to whatever it is, Party City or whatever it is, you know, and bought the costume. And they make fantastic costumes. You know, if we can bring in people with that kind of creativity, I would love it personally. And I think because we're living in the middle of a large Korean community, that was the culture that I picked to start out with. And I hope maybe yearly we can have another culture.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that whole thing is a theme that we just keep coming back to over and over, is how do we engage the community around us? How do we engage? And we really haven't quite cracked that nut yet, but Lois is gonna try this and it's there. It's there to be cracked, so.
And I've made contact with famous Korean puppeteers. One is in California, one is in Connecticut at the University of Connecticut, where Henson was trained, and Ballard and all the other leading lights of puppetry. So I think I'll have a lot of good expertise helping me.
Sounds like fun.
I was wondering, Lois, if you check with Leonia Arts, just for possible connections. They actually have on their website, you know, profiles of different members of artists, regionally and especially in town here. That might provide you, I believe, at least with some leads, and especially locally, right?
Oh, okay, great. I've written a letter to 5 Korean schools in the area. I'll follow up with telephone calls. Apparently, parents send their kids to Korean school, you know, almost pro forma, like, you know, we send kids to Sunday school. So, but it's not necessarily church connected, but it is something, you know, they learn the Korean language and the customs and the history and so forth.
Yeah, are we any like Korean American associations that we can connect with for this, for outreach,
No, yeah.
for bringing in audience and helping us to get the word out in the right areas where the interest would be?
I haven't gotten into that part yet. I know that I have a big puppetry network, and I will notify everybody in New York and the Marionette Cottage and the, you know, all kinds of Puppetry Guild of Greater New York, of Puppeteers of America, everywhere. I'll notify everybody there, and I'm sure we'll get a crowd. I'm sure we will.
To follow up, Matt, you know, we know it's all out there, and what happens is that it takes a person dedicated to funneling their energy into making it happen, into creating it, and so we know it's out there, and we never quite get the focus to really connect in and really hit those people and try to bring them in, and we need people to do those kinds of things.
This is a good opportunity, though.
Yeah.
A show like this that, you know, better, more likely than Hello Dolly to get some folks in.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, and that's what, you know, but it's a bigger question, the whole thing of how do we make inroads, and we need dedicated people to keep on it and to make it a part of their core, and we just haven't been able to do that.
Lois, I think it's a wonderful idea. Have you targeted a weekend or a time frame for?
Well, I was thinking roughly about Korean New Year, like February-ish.
And we have the time to do it.
See,
The way the season is, we thought, we already have it kind of penciled in there. If she needs that weekend, that it's done.
And Lois, you may already be thinking this, but if your time frame could somehow dovetail with, you know, workshops that are happening in classes or after-school programs in the area, so that the building of the puppets could be done by local schools, and then
Yeah.
part of your performance presentations or offerings, there could also maybe be workshops in Korean puppetry during the day. You know, kind of blow it out a little bit over the weekend. Maybe there's performances, but how to make a puppet kind of that mixes in there. And if you could link up with after-school programs or some arts academy or what have you, built-in audience. I mean, everyone's gonna come and see the kids perform and be part of it.
I know at Northern Valley Demarest High School, they have, you know, there's the PTO, but there's also the Korean PTO. Does the Leonia High School, does anyone know, have a Korean PTO?
I don't know if they still have it segregated, basically, right? PTO for the grade school, just for communication, right? So they can just communicate with them, because we still have a lot of, you know, they don't know English. So,
Correct, and I know, I mean, I'm, at the high school, we always tried to bring everything together, but they were separate.
Middle school, that's just the same.
Right, right.
And maybe it's like Fort Lee too. I mean, the Korean population, you know, Palisades Park. I mean, it goes beyond the borders of Leonia.
Correct.
Adjacent towns. So I think tremendous opportunity here.
But that's what I'm saying, if you even going to the high school and asking them in the high school, who's the head of, you know, the Korean liaison, you know, because they probably have someone, and that might help us get more people also.
Private Korean schools too.
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
sure would love to.
Well, those are the schools I reached out to first.
And the great thing is that the internet can help us find all of those people, and then it's just the actual reaching out that requires the pairs of hands. All right, are we good on that? It just sounds wonderful. It's wonderful hearing your enthusiasm for this idea. All right, Mark, you are resuming, are you not, this season, the Dance on the Deck? You want to tell everybody?
After the 4th of July. Yes, Broadway Zumba. So that's the
Broadway
workout
Zumba.
class.
Okay.
We work out to Broadway music. It's an hour long. It's free, but we have a donation jar there for the theater, not for me.
And when's it going to start?
The first Saturday after the 4th of July.
That's our picnic.
What?
That's our barbecue.
So, early in the morning.
All right.
The 2 first.
And how many weeks will you be doing this?
4 or 5.
4 or 5 weeks? Okay.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. All right, just an update on the bylaws and guidelines. The board has reviewed and finalized the bylaws. We're about halfway through the guidelines. A huge thank you to the committee, some of whom are sitting here tonight, and that's Diane Arabella, Suzanne Renaud, Bob Leap, Terry Koust, and Jonathan Lee. They did a lot of work
Yeah, not an easy,
and wonderful work. And what?
not an easy job.
No, not an easy job. Okay, so we will finalize that, we will get it done, and then we will distribute it. Okay.
Will you send it out to us so we can all read it too?
Yeah, she said
But
finalize
it's
it and
done.
distribute.
It's not done. We will
No, no,
finalize
no,
and
no,
distribute.
finish.
Yeah, absolutely. No, unless you give us $10, we're not giving it to you.
I'll give you $5.
No, I'm sorry, that's not the deal. $10 is my final number. Okay. All right, now, what perhaps you're all here for, I'm not sure, or it was the fruit and cookies that you were really here for. All right, board nominations and voting. Last month we announced, as we are required to, we announced the committee's suggestions, their nominees for serving on the board next year. Mark, since you're here, do you want to say anything about that? You want to restate the names?
Diane can do it.
Diane can do it, okay.
Okay, so we have Loretta Carlin, who is right here. Steve Moak is also nominated, but he just got back from wherever he
No,
was.
Steve is Steve is very sick.
Yeah.
I texted with him, he's quite sick. Yeah, so he apologized, he said, you don't want me here.
So then you'll.
All right, so those are,
Nominations from the floor.
yeah, those are the three nominees that the committee developed. The committee was Mark, Diane, and Beth, sitting right here. We can now take nominations from the floor. If there is someone that you would like to nominate, including yourself, you may do that. If it turns out that we have more than 3 nominees, then we'll pass out pieces of paper and we'll ask each of you to write who it is that you are voting for. So we will now entertain nominations from the floor.
Just a question.
Yes.
I don't want to be that guy, but do we have quorum problems?
Do we have what problems?
Quorum problems?
No.
You don't want to be.
Well, technically, it's called for that we should have 20% of the membership, of
Which
the
we
active
do.
membership voting.
We do.
We do?
There's 8 of us here, there's the audience here, there's people online. We
Okay.
have over 20
All right.
people.
All right, then we're
Yes.
good.
We're fine.
Look at that, we did it.
We have about 100 members. right now.
Okay.
You know, but we have more than 20 people here.
All right, good. That problem is solved. All right, we will now entertain nominations from the floor. Is there anybody on the live stream who wishes to nominate?
Not that I can see right now.
All right.
I will let you know if that changes.
All right, well, let's give it a couple of minutes. This is your opportunity if you wish to do so. We'll just wait. No, we don't have to sing the song. It's okay. Anything coming in? Is there anything coming in?
No.
No, let's
All
move on.
right. All right. Well, in that case, we would like to welcome to the board the aforementioned people. We're gonna put you to work. No, just kidding. Okay, all right, good stuff. That was easy. So see, I brought pens and paper for no reason, but that's all right. Okay, let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. No, we don't need to do that. We did that already. We didn't have to worry about people texting Jody to give in their votes. All right, and of course, it is appropriate time to thank those who will be leaving the board at the June meeting, and that is Art Panque, Linda Wilcox, and Joanne Molt, who is not here because she is on call and going to be working starting at 11 o'clock tonight. So she's home trying to sleep. All right, so thank you for... We thank those 3 people for their valuable long-term service to the theater. Okay, other business. Stacy, would you like to announce that? Yes, ma'am. Well, hold on. What?
So-
You want to fight? You want to fight
so,
Diane for the floor?
Still
Okay.
doing the improv sessions on Zoom once a week. We're in week number 245.
Wow.
And
Wow.
if you've never done it before, please try it. It's only 40 minutes of your life. And if you've done it before, we haven't seen you in a while. We'd love to see you again. This week is going to be 9 o'clock on Sunday night, from 9 to 9:40. And if you want to get on the list that you get the weekly blast about it, let me know.
All right. Diane, will you jump? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, now everybody said something really positive, and that's great. And here comes Debbie Downer. Are you ready for Debbie Downer? Okay, I just want to tell you something. If you want this show to go up, you have to obey the fire laws. Because front of that door, crap in front of the costume room, the door out there. Any doorway, any exit, everything has to be clear. The coffee pot needs to be unplugged, the teapot needs to be unplugged. Don't leave any plugs in. I'm not cursing now, but boy, when I came in here, I was cursing a blue streak. The coffee pot, thank God, was emptied this time, but the grinds are still in it. It's a new pot that Kim Curran donated to us, so we need to keep it clean. I am not a custodian. I'm only here once in a while, so whoever is in this building using stuff has to clean up after themselves. Thank you, God bless, I'm done.
And we do, it is an absolute issue that hallways are kept clear, exit doors are absolutely kept clear. They do pop in and they love to go, ooh, and send us little notes about, you didn't do this, you need to fix that. So, yeah.
Can we, one of the, and I didn't know anybody's, I don't drink coffee, so I never touched a coffee pot. But I will start looking at it.
Somebody did, because
yeah, I'm sure somebody did.
Yeah.
But I will start.
The last time I made it, I emptied it before I left.
Yeah, I will start paying attention to that, because since I don't drink coffee, I don't pay attention, but I will pay attention now. But can we start, I mean, there's just so much crap back there. I have to get it out of there so that we can make space.
Were you working with Steve on that? Because that was a Steve thing. Because
I know, but you just said he's sick, so.
well, now unfortunately he's sick. Yeah.
He's been away for 2 weeks, and now he's sick, and I need to get this stuff out. I mean, I'm not even talking about stuff. I'm talking about the big thing from Romeo and Juliet, the beer. And it's got to go because there's no space.
I know. I had the same problem with Normal Heart. It was back here stage left, and we had to put stuff on top of it because we had nowhere to put it.
Is there any reason we're saving it? I mean,
I have no idea. Not my.
I just don't understand why we don't break it down and throw it out.
I will.
Sorry, Rachel.
No, it's
All right, not.
Go for it. But for right now, can we maybe just throw a tarp over it and put it outside? I mean, that's where things go to die.
I have suggested that before. Why don't we do this? Can you identify exactly what needs to be gone? Maybe take pictures of it.
Eventually, all of this, these columns, everything needs to go. We've kind of cleared out as much a bit.
All right.
But some of the stuff back there is just like, especially that beer, is just got to go. So.
I know.
And everybody goes, oh, we'll put it outside and we'll put a tarp over it, and then in 2 years we'll throw it out. So if we can find a tarp, maybe we can, like the other thing that's out there, we can throw it over that until somebody tells us what we're going to do with it, because we can't leave it there, because then we have a train.
Is someone trying to claim it and they just haven't done it?
No, these are things that were built for for Romeo and Juliet, for the most part. That stuff that was built for R&J.
They don't care about it if they just.
We get a fine for all
Fire and a
this stuff.
hammer.
I mean, I've been in the costume prop addicts is another problem. It's got, stuff has to be out of the way, 3 feet, they want 3 feet.
Can we not store stuff in that doorway, inside the door?
No.
No,
No.
we can't.
Oh, God, no,
No.
can't come in here, I mean, first of all, you get a fine, and second of all, they might shut the show down.
Can we do it during the show, just to get things out of the way during the show and then move it afterwards?
You mean when
During
you're
the-
in the
When we're actually running.
Yeah, when you're actually running, it doesn't matter, but at night, it has to be cleared out.
And that door has to close. Yeah, I know they hang things over the top of it. That door has to close.
No, we're just using it during the show.
I
I just
understand.
wanted to put stuff there to get it out of the way, but then when the show's over, I can move it out of there and clear that area.
Yeah, obviously our big challenge is that we lack storage space. We are working on that. Diane and I are going to be in touch once again with the Lavellis to find out how soon they're ready to help us get involved in their storage unit. They have a number of things in there that they want to give away to other people. They have been preoccupied with some renovations happening in their house. Supposedly around now, mid-May, they said they'd be free. We will then, work with them, hope that they get the stuff out, and then we begin to attack what all is there and see, because there's a lot of stuff there from their summer stage years. Some of it will be donated elsewhere, some of it will be tossed, and some of it will just be rearranged, because then at least we begin to have some spread space to do a better job on storing things remotely, although down the block isn't exactly remote, but it's remote enough.
Would it benefit doing like over the summer, like a clean out, like a volunteer come for the weekend and try to clean stuff out? No?
Well, yes, but.
About an hour and a half.
Hey, better than
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, but these are things that have to be. Steve had mentioned that he wanted to do that. He hasn't picked a weekend yet, but it'll be after Marshall's, obviously, when the building is basically.
And so throwing stuff out is great, but we also have to have a place to reorganize, reconfigure. So starting with the storage unit, we should be able to get our hands on that very shortly. That will be a help. That will be a help. It'll be a start.
One last thing.
Yes, ma'am.
If you want, I get like a free Canva account. I can make very cute little signs that say, clean up the coffee pot, unplug the thing, just to have like a nice visual.
Cool.
Yeah. People don't always necessarily read them, but it might.
Absolutely.
Little loving reminders, absolutely. All right.
I can do that.
Okay.
Diane,
All
I
right.
think we also need to probably defrost and get everything out of the
Oh,
refrigerator, because that's
yeah.
starting to.
Yeah, at the end of the season,
stink
you
up a
know.
little.
Yeah, I have two tarts.
No, I know.
Well, there's a cake
Two
in
what's, I'm
there.
sorry?
I guess it was
Tarts.
somebody's birthday.
We have
but-
tarps
I think we just need to
Oh,
throw
yeah,
everything out.
Yeah, so you can't, I mean, when a show is going on, you can't.
I mean, after Marshalls, I'm thinking after Marshalls, we just have
Yeah.
to dump everything.
Maybe after the picnic, because you're gonna have to.
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll get a sandblaster and we'll clean out that refrigerator. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, is there anything else? Okay, good. I now declare the meeting ended. We would like to, yes.
We just mentioned the lighting workshop.
Okay,
The Gen Park.
that's an absolute, we're
Yeah,
sure
she's
date.
close.
Okay, then by all means announce it.
July,
July 30th?
yeah, July 30th, it's a Wednesday at 6:30. Jen Carr, she's a member here, but she's also a lighting professional for 30 years. She's gonna run a lighting seminar, basic lighting. She's gonna teach us how to light a show. I mean, but she'll do another one as well, plus an introduction to the new board. All I know is how to turn it on. I don't know how to program and any of that, but she's graciously volunteered, so she's looking forward to doing it. We'll promote it as we get closer to July 30th. It's a Wednesday evening. She thought during the week may be better than a weekend in the summer. So we'll start that night, and she will teach us how to manipulate the lights here and then program them into the board so we can do it. I can't wait. I want to learn that.
And we have the soundboard over there, but we're still waiting to get it hooked up to the system, because I think Danny is coming hopefully this weekend, because we're teching.
Okay.
And nobody really knows, because it's different from the old board. So, and a lot of the cables aren't labeled, so they were not sure where to plug it in, and they didn't, attach all the cables. So I am really hoping Danny can come do that so we can tech.
Has Chris been?
I have not asked Chris, because he's no longer a member. He's doing me a huge favor by loading in the sound cues that we're gonna give him. But when I contacted him about doing that, he said he would be happy to help me, that they've moved and he's no longer a member here, and he's really busy this weekend. So he said he can load it in, but then somebody from here has to go in and do something or whatever.
Mark, do I remember that you said you were connecting with Tony on
Yeah,
that?
Tony's volunteer, but then Ellen said her husband was going to do it.
Well, he came over and they did some stuff, but there's certain things they don't know.
Okay.
Ellen's probably on the thing, she could probably.
Well, Tony's happy to do it. So I just didn't reach out to him because,
Mark, when that happens, can you let me know? Because I know some of the setup, but I would certainly like to know more.
This weekend, it needs to be hooked into this, I'm not explaining.
I'll reach out to him tomorrow.
So I'm not explaining.
Mark, I think we need Danny, because Rick started connecting the new board, but inputs are different from the old board. We spoke with Danny, he needs to label the cables and check the inputs, as he's the person who best knows the wiring in the theater.
the boards, the inputs from up there to the speakers,
I believe so.
they're
So-
1 and 2.
Well, Rick is a professional and couldn't figure it out, so we need
Huh.
Danny. Let's see, it says, so we need Danny to come in and trace and label all the units.
Well, a lot of them aren't being used. They're just
Well,
excessive.
yeah,
But the
so-
ones for the speakers are, okay.
So,
For the old board, it was 1 and 2. Okay.
Okay. So are you, Carol, are you in touch, you guys in touch with Dan on this?
I was in touch, but then, okay, but I just heard that Danny may have something important going on right this weekend, so I'm kind of up a creek without a paddle,
So let's,
because we
can
need
we
to.
ask Tony?
sure, I'll call him tomorrow.
Can't hurt.
Okay, all right.
Has anyone ever reached out to Tim Larson about helping with sound here?
Yeah, he's good with that.
He helps a lot with Bergen County players.
Mhm.
So he's really good at sound, he's a sound person, but, and I loved him, and I've worked with him a lot. I just don't know if this isn't just about creating sound cues, it's about.
I understand,
Right.
yeah.
But I don't know.
He does do the walk, right? He's got VCP, I
Right.
believe.
I can reach out to him.
Okay, so it sounds like we got,
Inputs.
we need several outreaches and see if we can see who is available and capable. All right, are we indeed finally at the end? Yeah. We think we're good? Yeah? Okay, because, Carol, would you, while we, let us move the chairs, but would you like to introduce the workshop? We get a chance to get a preview of Desperate Measures. And thank you, everybody. Okay, we don't need this. All right, we'll get rid of this. Oh, right. I forgot. No.
Sorry.
Not the sweater, just the mic.
You guys are singing?
Where's the?
Why don't you clip on? Sure. It's a clip on. Why don't you clip it on?
Obviously, I'm setting trends.
A hike. H-I-K-E. To help with the hike. Oh. Oh, really? Like, I don't even know what it is. No, I know what a hike is, but I don't. Like,
As one of the social media
oh.
players.
Oh, okay. Like a serious hike or just a?
Back when I was calling a hawk.
Like I mean a hike down Palisades. Oh, oh, that's a walk.
I don't know what happened.
I mean, I don't hike much. I go out with my daughter. We go to Tallman. We go to what's further up in New York, Bear Mountain. We've done mountains. You know, we went up to Vermont. She did a 14-footer in Colorado. Some serious stuff. Not super serious, right? I mean, like you don't need gear or anything, but it was trying. It was like 7-8 hours of and unnerving at points. I was wondering, why am I taking my daughter up? It's like we're at the crest, and it's like it wasn't easy. It's like she's gonna die.
My accompanist is playing another show tonight, so she has music I have here. We're doing 2 songs from the show. It's just, I'm sure most of you do not know the show, but it's a delightfully funny. The music is incredibly singable, and it's just a lot of fun to watch. I saw it on Broadway in like 2017, 2018, so, and it's just, I just enjoyed myself immensely. So hopefully you all will too. It's very, very fun. See it. Who wants to go first, Owen or Michael?
Sure.
Okay. Owen is the governor of this, what takes place in Well, you'll figure out who he is from this.
I'm going to use you.
You're gonna use me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you'll understand. Is this okay, Mark? You're good? Okay, then let me get ready.
And maybe you should do like a sound.
Yeah, that'd be good just to, this one's not easy.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, can you do louder?
Is that good?
Can you go louder? That And this is my costume, so. No, can you start it from the beginning? Yeah. Can you start it from the beginning? Yeah.
I think that's the loudest it goes, unless somebody
Okay.
here knows how to make this go louder. On my phone, I turned it up all the way. Can you sit on the desk? That's it?
Oh, we'll give it a try.
We'll give it a try.
Live
Yeah. This is your improv, Stacy. This is what this is.
Let's see, hopefully. Okay, let's see how it goes.
The hanging hand strikes again. Governor von Richter Henken Flickgetruber, the long name of the law, denies another last-minute appeal for clemency. Ah! Does it hurt me when the paper calls me strict, like I've been kicked? Does it rankle when it savors me severe? It rankles here. It's a trial to be so misunderstood. Can't they see I'm acting solely for their good? Someday they will thank me. Someday they will thank me. Those bleeding hearts who criticize me now. They will learn to see in time we must punish every crime, and they will make it up to me somehow. Someday they will thank me. Someday they will thank me. We owe our peace of mind to you, they'll say. And they'll shower accolades every year at my parades on Von Richter Henken Flickgetruber Day. Do they mind if I'm unkind? Oh, yes, I mind. Does it hurt me when they make me martinet? Oh, yeah, you bet. It's a pity that so many lives are lost. But security and safety have a cost. Someday they will thank me. Someday they will thank me for rooting out the riffraff everywhere. And to show our common bonds, they will capture me in bronze on Von Richter Henken Flickgetruber Square. Someday they will thank me. Someday they will thank me for purging those who aren't our cup of tea. I'm a hero, they'll conclude, and to show their gratitude, they will name their children Otto after me. Even the girls will be called Otto. Do they think that I enjoy looking on as some poor boy swings through the air by his neck, gasping mute appeals while he kicks out with his heels? Just the thought of it. And I'm a wreck. But a man cannot afford to spare Zerard, not when he's on a mission blessed by God. Someday they will thank me. Someday they will thank me for everything I've done on their behalf. They will cheer me in the streets, and each citizen I meet will entreat me for my autograph. What? Ah, all right. Make Arizona great again. Otto. Yeah. Someday they will thank me.
Someday they will thank me for the very measures they poo-poo. Every liberal will attest who's the man who won the West. Von Richter, Henken, Fleet, Getruber. Yo.
Yeah, sure.
I know. And I think she's going a little fast there.
She is. And too slow to
Made
us.
it.
It's not easy to hear that. So, you might want to stand right in front of it. Yeah.
Whether he can or not.
My song's not fun, but
But the sneakers are fun.
You're wearing Texas arm.
right?
You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right.
The more I live, the more I see humankind and kind. Justice never was too just, and it sure ain't blind. And God forgot to tell us why some get to live while others die. That's just how it is. One man plays the part of king, another man scrapes by. One man's children get to eat, another's get to cry. The one rule is there are no rules, and those who think there are fools. That's just how it is. You can't fight every battle, most days you'll muddle through. And many times when good men fall, ain't nothing you can do. But now and then you get a chance to set a thing right. Sometimes just by speaking up, sometimes you have to fight. That's when you've got to take a side and give that chance a long, hard ride. And if you failed, at least you tried. That's just how it is. That's just how it is.
Amazing. I have to give a shout out to Ellen. And this is, look at our cactus so far, the arms are out there to put on. We have our butte, Steve has the fence. I mean, it's really, a lot of people have come out to help on this show. Our work day last week, almost the entire cast came. And it's not like they just showed up for an hour or two, they came the whole day. And it was really, really great. So come on down, we had a good time.
Tony said you can do
I guess I'm choking. I guess I'm choking.
Now I'm chopped liver. How you been? Good. How you doing? Good. Oh, thank you so much. Very nice. Good job. All right. So we're done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you were great. Like,